Good, the guys just wanted to talk about Saki and relate it to modern days. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji went to a town. Upon that town, he was requested by a simpleton, a labourer, to eat roti at his house. He was a hard worker, but didn't have much money. And he was requested by the king of that town to come and have roti at his. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji refused the king's roti and went to the simple guy's house and was eating roti. Soon after, the king heard about this and sent servants to go and collect Guru Nanak Dev Ji. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji and the labourer went to the castle. And the king was shocked because I've got all this roti, delicacies, expensive food, variety, eat to your heart's content. You've gone to this guy and just had one prashadda, one roti. So Guruji said, give me your roti. And he got the labourer's roti. He squeezed the labourer's roti, there was milk came out. He squeezed the king's roti, blood came out. Do you know what I mean? He said, this guy works hard, it's an honest living, honest job, it's not harming anybody. Where you've been getting your money by corruption, fraud, deceit, it's blood money. It's not righteous money the way you're getting it. We can apply that to drug dealers these days, the ones that are selling crack, heroin and all that sort of stuff, I know. When you sell that, you're ruining lives, you're causing theft, you're causing problems in the house, you're causing divorces, you're causing kids to go without food because people on them drugs steal stuff. You're causing heartache for the mums. That money is poison. It's going to be cursed. No matter what empire you've built up with that, Hannah, it's going to be cursed. I had a little bit of drug dealing experience. When I was smoking weed for 9 months, I sold a bit of weed. And I was thinking, this drug's making me feel like a clown and dopey and making me lazy. Then I stopped taking it. And then I was walking, I went and picked up quite a few grams of £200 worth, of my dealer. And then I was walking through the park. Then I was thinking, why am I selling this to people when I could do something else? Because it's messing me up. I've stopped it, so I'm messing other people's lives up. And this was pure weed. I know that the Hungs would have said you should have gave it to me, but I didn't know them at the time. Yeah. But I just chucked it all in the bin, went Gurdwara, done Matha Tek, and said, never again. You know what I mean? And then that's my spiritual journey started from that day, and that's when I was getting more into the Sangat and more into Sikhi. And every time I did make money from that 9 months, the money would just go. Like, it had no, it had no value, you know what I mean? It had no qadrat, what they say in Punjabi, you know? So you see, all the drug dealers I knew, nice girls would like them, go for them, gold diggers. But in the end, the girls always ended up in pain. And a lot of the drug dealers' kids and stuff, because they're feeding them that poison, their lives were a mess. The kids' lives were a mess. Whether you're selling alcohol, cigarettes, vapes, anything that destroys people's health, you shouldn't be making money off that. Do you know what I mean? To be honest, people say, oh, they're going to get off somebody else anyway, or we got to survive, this and that. The Barney says, God provides a way to survive. You got to have faith, brosar, das, and be willing to work hard. You'll have less money, but you still, at least you can walk with your head high. You know what I mean? So women that are chasing drug dealers for their money and stuff need to think, that money, how was it made? In drug dealers, if you got a lot of money, start giving to charity, if you've stopped your drug dealing and you say you've changed your ways, give to charity and stuff like that, repent. You know what I mean? No matter what job you do, you got to think, am I sucking the blood of others? Is the police force of that country, is it sucking the blood of innocent people? Are the laws just? Is the army doing corrupt battles? What are they fighting for? What company you doing? Is it sucking the blood of people? Do you know what I mean? You got to think, what's the most honest job you could do? That's why I say do trades, build stuff, do positive stuff. So I'm trying to get my kids into trade. If I'm dead and my kids are listening to this video when they're older, get into a trade. Plumbing, you're your own boss. You work when you want, you can take days off. You know what I mean? You can go to any other country, you can move around the country. That's it, you ain't got no boss speaking to you rudely and shit like that. Yeah, so what I'm saying to people is, yes, you can make a lot of money and the greed, and you can make nice houses and stuff. None of it's going to go with you. What's going to go with you is the karma. the amount of sins you commit for that money, that load, when you go to Dharamraj, you know, that's gonna drown you. You can live it nice here, and the girls that are rolling with the drug dealers can live it nice and stuff like that, but you're gonna have to pay for that. The mums cried that their sons and daughters are on drugs. They curse the drug dealers and they curse the kids of the drug dealers, and whoever eats that money from the drug dealers get cursed. Take care, people.